Today our topic is why failure is the best teacher. Life is not a straight road. It is full of ups and downs, twists and turns. Sometimes we succeed, and sometimes we fail. But here's the truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. In fact, failure is one of the best teachers we will ever have in life. Why? Because failure shows us what works and what does not. It teaches us lessons that success cannot. When we fail, we learn about ourselves, about others, and about the world. Failure makes us stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future. Let us talk about why failure is so important and how we can use it to grow. First, failure teaches us humility. When we succeed, it is easy to feel proud, maybe even too proud. We might think we are unstoppable, that we know everything. But failure reminds us that we are human. Nobody is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Failure shows us that we still have things to learn. It keeps us grounded. Humility is a good thing because it helps us stay open to new ideas and new ways of doing things. When we are humble, we are willing to listen to others and learn from them. Humility also helps us connect with people. Nobody likes someone who thinks they are better than everyone else. Failure teaches us to be humble, and humility makes us better people. Second, failure teaches us resilience. Resilience is the ability to keep going even when things are hard. Life is not always easy. There will be times when we face challenges, when things do not go the way we want. Failure teaches us how to deal with these challenges. It shows us that we can fall down, but we can also get back up. Every time we fail and try again, we become stronger. Think of failure like exercising a muscle. When you lift weights, your muscles get tired, but over time, they grow stronger. Failure works the same way. It might hurt at first, but if we keep going, we become more resilient. Resilience is one of the most important qualities we can have in life. It helps us face any challenge with courage and determination. Third, failure teaches us problem solving. When we fail, we are forced to think about what went wrong. Was it something we did? Was it something we did not do? Was it just bad luck? Failure makes us analyze our actions and decisions. It pushes us to find new solutions, to try new approaches. This is how we grow and improve. Think about Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb. He failed thousands of times before he succeeded. But each failure taught him something new. He did not see failure as the end. He saw it as a step closer to success. Every failure brought him new knowledge and new ideas. This is the power of failure. It forces us to think creatively, to find new ways to solve problems. Fourth, failure teaches us patience. Success does not happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and persistence. Failure reminds us of this. When we fail, we realize that we cannot always get what we want right away. We have to work for it. We have to be patient. Patience is a valuable skill. It helps us stay calm and focused, even when things are not going our way. Patience also teaches us to appreciate the journey, not just the destination. When we are patient, we enjoy the process of learning and growing. We understand that every step, even the difficult ones, is important. Fifth, failure teaches us courage. It takes courage to try something new, to take a risk. And it takes even more courage to fail and try again. Failure shows us that we are brave. It shows us that we are willing to take chances, to step out of our comfort zone. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to act despite fear. Every time we fail and try again, we prove to ourselves that we are courageous. This builds our confidence. It makes us believe in ourselves even when others doubt us. Courage is one of the most important qualities we can have in life. It helps us chase our dreams and achieve our goals. Sixth, Failure teaches us gratitude. When we fail, we realize how much we have to be thankful for. We appreciate the people who support us, the opportunities we have, and the lessons we learn. Failure helps us see the good in our lives, even when things are hard. Gratitude is a powerful emotion. It helps us stay positive and hopeful. When we are grateful, we focus on what we have, not what we lack. This makes us happier and more content. Failure teaches us to be grateful for the small things, for the progress we make, and for the people who stand by us. Seventh, failure teaches us self-awareness. When we fail, we are forced to look at ourselves. We have to be honest about our strengths and weaknesses. This is not always easy, but it is necessary. Self-awareness is the key to personal growth. It helps us understand who we are, what we want, and how we can improve. Failure shows us where we need to work harder, where we need to change, and where we need to grow. Self-awareness also helps us make better decisions. When we know ourselves, we can choose paths that are right for us. We can avoid mistakes and make choices that lead to success. Eighth, failure teaches us to embrace imperfection. Nobody is perfect, and that is okay. Failure reminds us that it is normal to make mistakes. It is normal to have flaws. What matters is how we respond to our imperfections. Do we give up, or do we keep trying? Do we let our mistakes define us, or do we learn from them? Failure teaches us to accept ourselves as we are, but also to strive to be better. It shows us that imperfection is not a weakness. It is part of being human. When we embrace imperfection, we free ourselves from the pressure to be perfect. We can focus on progress, not perfection. Finally, failure teaches us the value of perseverance. Perseverance is the ability to keep going, even when things are tough. It is the determination to never give up, no matter how many times we fail. Perseverance is what separates those who succeed from those who do not. Failure teaches us that success is not about never falling down. It is about always getting back up. Every failure is a chance to try again, to do better, to get closer to our goals. Perseverance is a powerful quality. It helps us overcome any obstacle and achieve anything we set our minds to. So why is failure the best teacher? Because failure teaches us humility, resilience, problem-solving, patience, courage, gratitude, self-awareness, imperfection, and perseverance. These are all qualities that help us succeed in life. Failure is not something to be afraid of. It is something to embrace. Every failure is a lesson, a stepping stone on the path to success. The next time you fail, do not give up. Do not feel ashamed. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? How can I use this failure to become better? Remember, failure is not the end. It is the beginning of a new opportunity, a new chance to try again and do better. Failure is the best teacher, and if we are willing to learn, it can lead us to greatness.